Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to section 2.5, Scatterplots and Lines of Regression. Starting off with some vocab, we have bivariate data, which is data consisting of pairs of values. Next, scatterplot, or it could be referred to as dot plot, is a graph of a collection of ordered pairs. Then we have line of fit, also referred to as line of best fit, which is a line that closely follows a trend of the data. And finally, prediction equation, which is an equation suggested by the points of a scatter plot that is used to predict other points. So let's see what all this stuff means. Here we have scatterplot correlation. Scatterplot correlation is almost exactly like slope. So here these dots are trending upwards in a tight line, so we have a positive correlation. Here they're trending downwards in a fairly tight bunch, so we have a negative correlation. And finally, when they're scattered all over the place, we have no correlation. Next, let's use some of our vocab words. And here we have, let's make a scatter plot of the data. So I'm going to plot these coordinates on this graph, the coordinates from the table. So here I go first with negative 2, 5. Remember, x's go first. So we go negative 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to put my point right there. Next is negative 1, down 3. Put my point. 0, negative 3. So I go 0, negative 3, and 1, negative 1. Now, as you notice, these points do not make a straight line, so I can't connect the dots, but I'm going to make a line of fit or line of best fit for the data. So my line of best fit, I'm going to pick this point and this point to draw my line through the data. So I'm going to get out my handy dandy line tool, connect the dots about like so. So there's my line of fit for the data. And then we're going to ask to predict what y will be when x is 20. Well, if we look here on the graph, we don't have x of 20 on the graph. So we have to do it the old school way. And we're going to find the slope, and we're going to find our y-intercept of this line, and then use that to find 20. So not only do we have a line of best fit for the data, we're going to write the equation of the line of best fit. And so I'm going to use, again, this point and this point, and it's just like how you did in the previous sections. You're first going to find your slope by going y's over x's, so it's going to be negative 5 minus a negative 1. That's going to go all over a negative 2 minus 1. That equals a negative 4 over negative 3, equaling 4/3. So here we have a slope of 4/3. Now I'm going to plug everything in. So I'm going to use this point. I'm going to change my color. And I'm going to use this point when I plug things in. So it's going to be a negative 1 equals 4/3, because that's my slope, 4 over 3. Then I'm going to take that times 1, because my x is going right here, and then plus b. Solving for b, I'm going to have negative 1 equals 4/3 plus b. I'm going to go back up top here, subtracting the 4/3 over. I'm going to get b equaling a negative 2 1/3. We put all of this together and we'll come up with an equation that looks like this. Y equals a positive 4/3 x minus 2 1/3, because this is our y-intercept, this is our slope. So this is the equation of the line of best fit as I kind of go through the y there. Now we have to predict what y will be when x is 20. So I'm going to take this 20 and put it in for that x. Again, we're taking this 20 and putting it in for x. Now it could also say y is 40, so I would put 40 here and try to find what my x is, but we are looking for y. So here we go. Y equals 4/3. Now instead of x, I'm going to write 20 minus 2 1/3. That's going to give me 4/3 times 20 is 26 2/3 minus 2 1/3. And finally, we come up with 24 1/3. So we have y equaling 24 1/3 when x is 20. So our solution here would be y equals 24 1/3. Next, on your note sheet, you will see a page looking like this, where we're going to ask to find a calculator and predict life expectancy. You can use a graphing calculator for this if you want. If you have questions over the graphing calculator, I would be more than happy to show you, but it will not be on the test, and we will not be assigning any problems over this. But if you are curious, please ask, and if not, that is a-okay too. But that's it for section 2.5, scatter plots and lines of regression. Good day.